Yo, what's happening? Is this working? I've been trying to get this to work like 80 times. I don't know how cameras work. Should be evident by now. Anyway, what's up? I wanted to do a fast. Actually, I don't know how fast it's going to be. I'll be honest. I wanted to do a video about some stuff related to Mega 64 Gamedays, which is an event that we do. We referring to us at Mega 64. We do every year, usually in November. Try to aim for November. It's a 2-day event that we do that's part convention but part going to Disneyland, whatever. Anyway, some of you guys probably already know about it, but what I originally wanted to do here was something that we that's kind of a tradition at Gamedays every year. It's never on the official schedule, but we we'll all buy like these little figurines called Vinylmations, and they're blind boxed, and a bunch of us at the event will buy them and open them up and see who got what and get pissed at each other and trade them and demand that someone trades the other person and it just gets heated and violent and yeah, it's a lot of fun every year. So but what something happened this year where there's kind of these particular Vinylmations that we always end up trading. There's a series called Park Stars where they're specific figures to famous things from Disney parks. Something happened this year where they put the new series of them out in January. Like, these came out in January. I actually have a whole box of them, a whole tray of them. There's nothing on the back, but yeah, the full set. This is a display box that normally would be open on a store shelf, and they all came out in January. Normally it's closer. It's at least midway through the year. It's closer to when Gamedays is, and then we trade those. But this year they came out in January, so I honestly don't know or don't think they'll last until this Gamedays, which is fine. We'll find some other series of Vinylmation to trade. But this was one set, this particular series, I actually wanted. I had seen what some of them were, and I wanted every single one of them. So I just bought the whole damn tray. Yeah, so we'll figure out something else to trade at Gamedays this year. But I thought it'd be cool on camera. It's always fun to film, like, what's in each box. I know it's not as exciting without a crowd of people, but I thought I'd open up the tray of these and just so it's not just boring like a guy opening boxes and stuff. I thought during that I would talk about Gamedays a little bit since, like I said, we just announced the event info. Okay, so I'm going to crack this open. Yeah, we announced the dates for the event, November 11th and 12th. And again, a lot of you guys probably know this stuff, but I thought I'd just throw this out there in case there's people who don't, or maybe someone, just never really looked into it before. But it's all in Anaheim. There it is. Let's look at this. Actually, this is kind of a cool display. Check this out. I think this is Henry from the Country Bears, which, let me just say, Country Bears was that kind of cute, just kind of adorable Disney attraction that is so criminal that Disneyland got rid of. I'm going to open this up. I think his little raccoon hat pops up. How do you open this? I think from this side. Anyway, yeah, this is how it's meant to be displayed or something. I think this bends or something like that. We're just going to get rid of it for now, whatever. Anyway, what a classically Disney thing the Country Bears is. And Disneyland got rid of it because not enough people went to that side of the park, and they replaced it with Winnie the Pooh or whatever. If that had just hung on another, 5 years or however long, it would have been cute enough and old enough and cute enough to be cool. Do you know what I mean? Like there comes a point in the lifespan of something that comes out where it starts to become old and lame. But if it stays around long enough, it becomes kind of old and cute and cool. Does that make sense? Country Bears was almost there. It's still in Disney World, and it's great. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject here. We do this event every year. Here's all the boxes of these things. I'm just going to open these one by one. We'll see what's inside. Anyway, we do this event every year, Mega 64 Gamedays, in Anaheim. Day one is basically, I always hesitate to call it a convention, but it's basically like, it's kind of like a mini convention. Um, and it's getting more that way. It's getting more towards convention every year, kind of, sort of, in a way. But it's just an off-site event. It's going to be at it's somewhere not in Disneyland. It's a hotel nearby. I think it's at the Marriott Suites this year, but you have to look it up and find out exactly what the name of it is. But anyway, it's going to be a day full of panels and panels by special guests, not just us. I mean, obviously we do a panel, it's our event, but there's special guests that join us. Last year Funhouse did a panel. I'm just going for it here. Buckwheat Groats performed. If you don't know who Buckwheat Groats is, look them up. Anyway, okay, what is this going to be? Let's find out. But yeah, it's a whole day-long event. It's super badass. Everybody who went last year, they'll tell you they loved it. It was a lot of fun. So where's the little there we go. Here it is. Let's see. Oh, the smell of plastic. Okay, this looks like an elephant from the Jungle Cruise. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is the little... oh, no, wait. This is from Kilimanjaro Safari? Yeah, he's got a little hat on. Okay, I don't know what... I'm not, like, the most well-versed in... I'm assuming that's Animal Kingdom. I think that's an Animal Kingdom in Florida. I haven't... Honestly, I've been to Disney World twice now. I haven't been to Animal Kingdom because it was always under construction. I was waiting for Avatar stuff to finish. Which, from the sound of it, maybe I didn't need to wait for that. Anyway. Okay, so the day one event, yeah. So it's panels all day. We screen a bunch of, like, risky stuff or just stuff that, the public is not typically allowed to see. So that's what we do. There's going to be there's exhibitors and booths there. There was like kind of a few of those last year, but this year I think there's going to be even more. And it's all day, which is great. Last year we did it at a venue that was it was a really nice venue, but they kept trying to end the event on us early or whatever. So we ain't doing that. We moved it. To a place that was a lot more excited to have us there the full time. So that's going to work out great. Okay, this figure, this is a good one. This is a really good one. This is one of the ones I was most excited for. Oh, smell that. Bam! This is the lab lady from, it doesn't say, well, actually it does say the attraction on the bottom. Spaceship Earth. She is in the little computer lab. The ride goes through the history of man inventing communication, and she is in a room. They show computers being made for the first time, and the computer takes up the entire room, and she's one of the technicians. Really excited about that. I mean, her head is kind of weird. I mean, her head looks like a stress ball, but anyway, still good stuff. Great character. Ever since I went to Disney World, I was thinking, man, they got to make an obscure figure out of that character, that woman standing over there. So I'm glad they did. Anyway, okay, that's cool. But anyway, yeah. So venue is great this year. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be super great. The guests, we're talking to some guests. We haven't lined that up just all quite yet, but it's gonna be a tremendous year. Amazing stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So anyway, that's day one. Also, everybody who goes always gets a bunch of free stuff. So, you're going to get your money's worth and then some. Okay, let's see which one this is. Okay, this is a nice one. Now, I do have a statue of this character, so I guess I'm a little spoiled, but this is... I got to smell each one. That's plastic smell, This one is... from the... I know what these are from, but I'm just curious if they can actually get the names on the foot like that small, because this is from the Enchanted Tiki Room, and I'm surprised they were able to fit that on such a small foot. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, this is from the Tiki Room. This is the fire goddess. I am actually blanking on the name right now. On the spot. I mean, it's in my brain, but on the spot, I forget. The goddess of fire. When I smile, it comes out mad, is what they say. And I'm blanking on the fucking name right now. Uti is one statue that I have, and the other is... Man, that's pissing me off. Oh, you know what? It'll say... They have a little... Oh, it doesn't... Normally there's a little slip of paper that says what it's from, but they didn't include that. Anyway. Pele. Who's Pele? Why did I not know that? All right. Okay, so I'm opening another one. Anyway, the day one event is going to be a blast. The tickets are on sale now. We have everything over at mega64.com/gamedays. So that's like our convention event. Like, again, I hesitate. It's, it's not like it's PAX or anything, but but it's an event, it's kind of a mini convention. It's kind of like a Mega 64 event. But even if you don't really know a lot about Mega 64, you can go and have a great time. I think if you're at all versed in video game culture, you're still going to have a blast. Okay, this is a cool one. Bam. This little alien was in the E.T. E.T. Extraterrestrial Encounter. E.T. was not part of the name. I don't know why I said that. But this thing was in the opening room to Disney World had an attraction, the Extraterrestrial Encounter. Basically this alien was in the little pre-show that they had, where I think it was a robot voiced by Tim Curry showed you, honestly, I never went to the attraction, so it was gone before I ever could go there. But I think, didn't they show how they could teleport aliens using this alien? Or did they just have it in captivity? I don't remember. I honestly don't really know. I've seen videos of it on YouTube, but I know that this little alien is still there in Florida, because it's a Stitch ride, like Lilo and Stitch, but it's a Stitch attraction, not a ride. Just an attraction. You sit in a theater and it's like Stitch is in there. But I guess this alien is still in the pre-show. So anyway, that's a good little piece of Disney World lore. I'm more of a Disneyland guy, but World is great. Anyway, so that's the day one event. Like I said, tickets are on sale for that now. I think the price is going to go up after this month. So I would get those as soon as you can. And again, well worth it. Now, day two of the event is going to be... We're going to change things up a little bit this year. Okay, what's this one? Open it up. Gotta smell it. This is a great one. I like the obscure shit, Anybody could do Mickey or the Haunted Mansion Hitchhiking Ghost. This is obscure. Damn. That's Waldo from... I believe his name's Waldo. Is it Waldo? Can't remember. On the spot, But anyway, this is the 3D asshole from the Muppet Vision 3D. They would create kind of the spirit of 3D in it, and they promise... What I love about the Muppet 3D thing, or what I did, it's not in California anymore, but they would promise you no cheap 3D tricks, and yet they create this CGI character that is entirely that. He just goes out into the, he's like fucking hovering above the audience. Oh, I'm not talking to them, I'm talking to you, and like squirting water and shit. Anyway, I love that they made a figurine of that. That is so obscure, and I love that. This is still in Florida, but anyway, I love that they made that. That might be one of the best ones. Anyway, we're going to change it up a little bit this year at Gamedays. We're going to, typically we spend our whole Sunday at regular Disneyland. And regular Disneyland, it's the best. It's the cream of the crop, no doubt. But we had done that so many years in a row. There's a ton of new stuff and old stuff that, has been renovated, and all kinds of stuff. All kinds of changes have taken place at California Adventure. And if you're not that familiar with that whole area, California Adventure is a second park next to regular Disneyland. I mean, they're literally, you go to a plaza and they're right facing each other. So you can go to one or the other. And California Adventure has a whole bunch of stuff. And we thought, we have never... we've done all this stuff together at regular Disneyland every year. us and everybody who comes. So how cool would it be to have a whole day of stuff we've never done as a group? So that really got the ball rolling with doing it at California Adventure. We just thought that would be really cool. Now, a lot of my favorite things are at regular Disneyland, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who agree with me on that. Regular Disneyland is awesome. But California Adventure has shaped it up quite a bit. I mean, there was a lot of stuff back in the day that was lame, and there still is a lot of that stuff left over. But there's a lot of great stuff now too, and with the amount of things we can do in one day as a giant group, we're gonna have a full day of a lot of fun stuff. And so, a whole day of stuff that it was really appealing. The thought of like a whole day of doing stuff with everyone that we have never actually done together at all sounded like a blast. So yeah, that's what kind of motivated us to change it up a little bit. All right, let's see. This one seems small. Let's see. Okay, they do one of these every time when they do a set of these. Small World Kids. This is a little Mexican boy. See? And they always have a secondary little thing. And this one looks like, it's actually individually wrapped. I'll have to open that up. But it looks like it is a poodle. Now, I don't know if, I think this might be in the, is it a French poodle? It might be in the French part. Check that out. The art is great on that poodle. The art can be hit or miss on these sometimes. You never really know what you're going to get with the Vinylmation. Some of them rule, some of them do not. But I always like that they do the Small World Kids. Small World is in my top 5 favorite rides ever. And I love, Mary Blair art and stuff like that. I love, and so I know some people are disappointed when they get the Small World Kids, but I like them, so for what it's worth. Okay, open another one. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna do California Adventure on Sunday. There's stuff that I think is legitimately great there. We've never done Cars Land as a group. Imagine all the Mega 64 fans, friends, whatever, I mean, honestly, on that day, we're all friends because we're all there together. It's not like anybody's watching anybody through a screen. But all of us at Cars Land, that's going to be awesome. All of us at Cars Land. Some people love California Screamin'. That's a roller coaster. Now, that's not my thing, personally, just because I don't really ride roller coasters. But while some people are doing that, the rest of us will be on something slower like the Little Mermaid thing, and I like that ride. That's like a classic Fantasyland ride, so that's more my speed, you know what I mean? Okay, now what is that? Alright, so this is from Pirates. Now, this is the... See, now the art's kind of weird on this one. I like it, but it's very triangular. That's kind of crazy. This is the... I'm curious if it actually lists a pirate. I know it's obviously from Pirates of the Caribbean. I believe this is the lazy pirate from the middle of the ride. There's a pirate that's kind of like sitting by a barrel. That's got to be that pirate, I think. What's funny about that pirate is he's changed 3 times. If this is the one that I can think of, I guess I would need to look at a photo, but I think that's what it is. There's a pirate halfway through the ride. Currently, he's looking at a map. And he has a key, and he's like, oh, Captain Jack Sparrow, what Captain Jack Sparrow wouldn't do for a key to this treasure. And Captain Jack Sparrow is poking his head out of the barrel behind him. Not, unbeknownst to him. Before that, it was him sitting there eating food. Like, this is good. And then there was a cat in the barrel poking his head out, I think, with a fish or something like that. And what's funny is that was a change to make the ride more PC, because before that, this pirate was basically complaining about how much sex he was having. Go listen to the original recordings. He's basically going, it's so... What does he say? It's like, it's sore I be to hoist me colors onto the likes of that brazen wench. And then behind him in the barrel, there's like a woman who's basically lost her clothes, and she's poking her head out. And he actually says, I be willing to share, I be. Great impression, I know. Anyway, I believe they cut that out because it was mildly creepy. But pirates were creepy. So you know, I don't know. I kind of feel like they should have kept all that. They were horrible people. I mean, I don't know. It was a lighthearted gag, but it was. I mean, maybe it was pushing it for Disneyland. All right. Let's see what this one is. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, California Adventure is going to be fun. There's some stuff there that is still stupid, Bugs Land and stuff. But again, all of you know, when you go there with two of your friends, it might be like, I don't want to go to Bugs Land. As a giant group, it's going to be awesome. You know, we're going to go on that. Tough to Be a Bug is like this bug show. Like, imagine all of us filling up that theater. It's going to be awesome. Okay, now this is a chaser. I have a bad way with words today. This is a chaser. This was not advertised anywhere, but the chaser, the rare figure for this box, is a monkey. Bam. This is from Mystic Manor in Hong Kong. This monkey is like the... Let me just say... Does it say Mystic Manor? Yeah. From Hong Kong, and this little monkey is in this house full of stuff. They don't have a haunted mansion there because I guess there's some kind of stigma with, you know, they don't want to do stuff about the undead there. So their haunted mansion is basically a mansion full of this explorer's shit. Just a whole bunch of his stuff. And this monkey breaks into all of it and it unleashes a curse and, like, rips the whole place up, I guess. Something like that. Anyway, it's a really cool ride. I mean, honestly, like, I wish they brought it here. Like, California Adventure would have, I would imagine, would have room for something like that. But anyway, yeah, that monkey is like the main character in that, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, we got 4 more of these. Anyway, whoops, and I'm dropping them all. So anyway, so yeah, even the goofy stuff is going to be a lot of fun to do together. Speaking of which, they're about to, it'll be open by the time we do Game Days. They got that Guardians of the Galaxy thing, which, man, people are pissed about them getting rid of the Tower of Terror. It was based on the Twilight Zone, in case you never saw it. It's this drop ride where you go into an elevator and it drops you, whatever. Anyway, the Tower of Terror, it was Twilight Zone themed. I never went on it. Again, I'm not big on drops necessarily, but it was themed so cool, and they changed all the Guardians of the Galaxy just like practically overnight. But anyway, that'll be open, and it's not open as of this recording, so we'll have to go. We're either gonna go and enjoy it, you know, legitimately, or we'll go and we'll fucking laugh at it. Either way, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But anyway, yeah, California Adventure has definitely stepped it up. My favorite thing that they've done is the whole opening to the park now has this whole 1920s old LA theme, which was the best thing they've ever done. That's incredible. Cars Land is incredible. Like I said, I love Little Mermaid. I love I love the Grizzly Peak area. My favorite area probably in the entire park is they made it like old park, you know, kind of California redwood trees and stuff. Open this up. Okay, now this, I believe, is Trader Sam from the Jungle Cruise. I believe... See, our Trader Sam at the end of our Jungle Cruise in California is different, but the one in Florida looks like that. This guy is at the end of the ride. They say, oh, that's Trader Sam. And they named... There's a popular bar in the Disneyland area. It's more in the Disneyland Hotel area, but there's a popular bar there called Trader Sam's, you know, named after him. And they have all kinds of kind of Adventureland themed stuff there. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Their Trader Sam looks kind of freaky. Ours is kind of, I don't know, he's got like this, like, what's with these pants, you know? Like, that's kind of weird, but anyway, whatever. All right, 3 more. Anyway, yeah, so I love what they did with, yeah, what I was going to say was my favorite part of California Adventure is Grizzly Peak. It's all like the redwoods. It's all it feels like you're out in the forest. It's great. They have Grizzly River Rapids or Grizzly River Run, whatever it's called, which is a typical kind of rapid ride. You know, okay, you've seen that before. But what I love is that they extended the area to include soaring over California. Well, now it's not soaring over California. They changed it, and it's soaring over the world now. Which I have to say, a lot of the purists, a lot of the Disney, true Disney, purists out there, say that they like the California version better. I like the world version a lot more. The California version was charming, but I think it's a lot more grand scale now. I think it's really good. So you have to go and see for yourself. If you've never been on that, you're in for a treat. This is a great one. Wow, that's cool. Bam, Henry from the Country Bears. This is the one I probably wanted the most. I thought they did a great job with that. But here's the best part. If I can open it. Secondary part. I love that this is an optional attachment. Check it out. He's got the top hat. Oh, or is it? Well, it still is, but bam. Optional raccoon attachment. Look at that. He's got the raccoon in his hat. Y'all come back now, you hear? We hope that you'll be coming back again. Coming back again? It's not coming around again, is it? It's been a while since I went there. Anyway, I just dropped the raccoon. Probably lost it already. Fuck. All right, anyway, two more. So anyway, they extended that whole area, and now Soarin' is part of it, and they rethemed that, and they did such a great job with it. I think they really killed it. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, we gotta all go on the Monsters Inc. ride, too. There's all kinds of stuff there. Let's open this up. Oh, wait a second. I might have a rare variant here. Let's see. Oh, snap. All right. Are they all like this? I don't think they are. I got, I believe, well, no, I know it's a Hitchhiking Ghost from the Haunted Mansion. Bam. But they're not normally clear like that. They're not normally clear. That's really bizarre. The other ones I have are totally opaque. Occasionally they slip in a variant, so I wonder if I have a it's got to be like a rare variant of that, right? And I'm always torn when I get variants like that. Like, it's cool I got a rare one, but at the same time, I kind of want the regular painted one to go with the other Hitchhiking Ghosts. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, I'm not complaining. That looks pretty cool. So, Hitchhiking Ghosts, I believe that's all three. I think they've released all three now, so that's cool. Anyway, one last one. Actually, don't remember what this was. Anyway, there's an awesome, something we always do at Game Days when it's a regular Disneyland too is we go on the Buzz Lightyear ride. I like the Toy Story ride way more in California Adventure. I think it is so much better than, like, Buzz Lightyear's fun and everyone gets a high score or whatever. But Toy Story is the same way, where you get flung. It's a faster paced ride. You get flung from room to room. You're shooting all this shit, and then you get a high score at the end. I want to see who can get the best score. Probably going to be me. Sorry. But, get your practice in now. Anyway, it was a lot. That's going to be a blast. I'm really excited about, again, we haven't done any of this stuff together, so I think it's going to be really cool. And also, they got a fucking bakery tour. You can tour a bakery and get bread. I hope they made enough bread. That's all I'm going to say. For us. Anyway, some people were asking me, okay, is this the last? Yeah, I just said that. It was the last one. Okay, this is a good one. Bam. The Goat with Dynamite from Big Thunder. Now, that, again, classic attraction, and they went obscure, so I'm a fan of that. Bam. That's so cool. A lot of people may not know the goat trick. I'm not even going to teach you the goat trick. That's a secret. If you want to, know the goat trick, go look it up. I'm not going to tell you, but it's a very classic trick. If all you Disneylanders out there, you know the goat trick. You got to stare at that goat. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, a lot of people have been asking me, though, there's certain traditions that we've had at the past Game Days events. typically we have an official schedule, but sometimes we do stuff outside of that official schedule, and it's like, oh, let's go to a late night tiki room, let's go to a late night, Mr. Lincoln, got to see Mr. Lincoln late at night, things like that. And I just wanted to say, it won't be on the official schedule. It never will be. But Disney California Adventure does close earlier than regular Disneyland. So if any of you guys want to get a park hopper, where you can go to both, park hopper pass, they sell those. Or you have an annual pass and you can go to both. Whatever, if you're able to go into both parks, I have a pass that I can do that. So I'm down. After California Adventure closes, I'm down to hop over and do a couple things in regular Disneyland. If there's people still around, I'm not expecting people to stick around that late. The official schedule pretty much just goes till the evening. But I'm throwing that out there. I'm still down for that. So if you guys have a pass that lets you do that, I'm still down for there's always these little traditions and stuff like that. And I like traditions. So, I think some of them are pretty fun, and I'm down for that if you guys are. So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there, and if that all works out, we'll have to see when the parks close. But typically, California Adventure closes earlier than the other one, so hopefully that should work out. Anyway, that's all of them. I opened them all. So what do you guys think? The goat was good. I'm gonna rate. I actually think this is one of the best sets they ever did. So the goat, thumbs up on the goat. Trader Sam was a thumbs up. Kind of got fucked up pants, but whatever. Henry was great. I wish I could find that. I already lost the raccoon, so I'm kind of fucked on that one. Pele, the goddess of fire, amazing. The monkey was cool, but I've never been to Hong Kong Disneyland, so I guess I could be more excited, but the monkey's still cool. The little alien guy, I'm sure he has a name, but I don't know it. That's a thumbs up. Waldo, godlike. This is probably the best one. Godlike. This elephant, this is the only thing I don't know what it is. The elephant from this fucking safari who shit himself. That one I don't know, but whatever, it's fine. Little Mexican kid from Small World and the French poodle, godlike. What are the other ones? Little pirate guy, lazy ass pirate guy who at one point had a woman in a barrel, and that embarrassed Disney. I just can't believe they went through with that. You know what I mean? But again, pirates, they weren't good guys. Oh, I found the raccoon, so we're in business on that. But anyway, the pirate is good. My other favorite, scientist woman, dropped it. And the ghost, man, I gotta look that up. I'm gonna look online and see if that's rare. Maybe I'll get $500 on eBay. Anyway, so yeah, they're pretty much all there. So again, sorry couldn't open all those at Gamedays, but we'll have to find another series to open up by the time that happens. Because again, these were going to be gone by the point that Gamedays happened. So keep an eye out. We got to find some other figures to trade that day. That'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys can make it to the event. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to put a lot into it this year. I really hope you guys like it. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be the best one yet. I mean, I honestly think, it's always challenging running an event. So anything can happen, good, bad, or indifferent. But every year, honestly, has its own challenges. But I feel like each one has topped the last one. I really do. And I think this one will too. I honestly really do. So I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. Get your tickets to the day one thing. Those are at, like I said, I think it's mega64.com/gamedays. It's all there. So I want to see you there. And then I want to see you at California Adventure the next day. I think it's going to be awesome. And as always too, there's going to be like-minded people wandering everywhere around that whole property that weekend. So you're bound to run into people who either you know or you don't know yet. Everyone there is on the same page. You will make friends, I guarantee you, even if you go by yourself. I cannot guarantee. I cannot guarantee. I guarantee that you will have your life changed by going that weekend. I know that sounds extreme, but ask anybody else. So, anyway, that's great. Got Goldar. That wasn't in the box. I just thought that was kind of cool. It's Goldar, Lord Zed. Anyway, thank you for watching this, and I hope it wasn't too boring. I'm sure to most people it was. But, yeah, that's it. So the display pops up like that. In case you never figured that out. All right, take care. And the lighting turned out way better in this than I thought it would, but I didn't even intend for that. But I've gotten good at using like the hue light bulbs to like, how to kind of spotlight stuff. So it looked a little better than it was. I'm just stalling because I don't know how to end this shit. Fuck.